Well, hello again, my friends. It's just going to be a quick one here about Yevgeny Prigozhin and the latest on him and his. Well, it's pretty much definite now. He's been assassinated. So let's just have a quick look at what Channel 9 Australia has to say about it.
He tried to overthrow Vladimir Putin, but 2 months on from that failed coup, Wagner leader Yevgeny Prigozhin is dead. The mercenary, the latest in a long list to have crossed the Russian president to meet a shocking but unsurprising end.
Flying high one moment, crashing into a field the next, and another Putin challenger is killed. Yevgeny Prigozhin paying the price for leading a mutiny against the Russian president in June. Prigozhin was just half an hour into a flight from Moscow to St. Petersburg when his private jet blew up. Witnesses say they heard 2 bursts of air defence fire before the plane fell from the sky. US President Joe Biden said he wasn't surprised.
There's not much that happens in Russia with Putin at the time, but I don't know enough to know the answer.
Prigozhin was notorious.
Yeah, well, okay, so this was guy. He was a dead man walking. Really, we all know that. But usually, what they do with these guys is they do it in they do it with those little poison dart fucking umbrella things or pens or whatever thing. They do it discreetly. But this time, I believe he did it because he wanted to send a message. He definitely wanted to send a message. You fuck with me, this is what you get. So he did it as a public spectacle for a reason.
As the man who did Putin's dirty work in Ukraine, heading up the
That's
Wagner
what I
mercenary
think
group.
anyway.
But 2 months ago, Prigozhin turned his troops back on the Kremlin and was just 200 kilometres from Moscow when the mutiny fell apart. At the time, President Putin called him a traitor and exiled Prigozhin to Belarus. The 62-year-old, last seen in this video, released on Monday, reportedly filmed in Africa, where he appealed for more.
It's interesting that he was in Moscow. I don't understand why he was so... I mean, I thought he was... Wasn't he in Belarus? Look, I really don't... I'm dangerously uninformed on this topic, and I wish I was a little bit more, but I have some opinions, which is unfortunate because I should be more informed to have opinions, but let's say I'm not as informed as I want to be to talk about it just yet. I want to check a couple of my facts first before I start spouting off on the internet about it. Though I do have my thoughts on this, and I'm not your typical pro-Ukraine, Ukrainian flag in my bio sort of guy. I'm not like that. I'm not really. It's one to pick sides here, but war is war. But I know what they're telling us is not all. It's never all as it seems. You know what I mean? They never tell us. They never tell us the whole truth. So whatever's going on here is sure.
Recruits.
I mean, earlier. What did I say earlier? There's all sorts of stuff. Here we go. Game Tech. Love this guy. But sometimes I don't know what he's posting. He said he loves to say he says the crazy things so we don't have to. And I love him for that. But what has he got? Russia on high alert. Exclusive. Expert warns fake Prigozhin body double may be on board crashed jet. So that's an interesting theory. Putin's motorcade seen in the streets of Russia minutes ago. I bet he's in that one. He's never in this one here. They're never in that. It's always a decoy. It'll be like one of these or that one. Maybe even the one in the back. I don't know. But who cares? That's probably not corroborated. It's probably not going to be corroborated, and it's probably fake. But interesting to note. Now, where was my other tab? Where's my tab?
Joined the 25,000-strong mercenary group. Among Kremlin watchers, the only surprise over Prigozhin's death was that it took so long. Putin has established a bloody record of dispensing with adversaries.
How long ago was it? It was about a month and a half now, no? 2 months, 3?
So-called accidents. Marina Yankina, a Russian defense official, was found dead after...
He said it at the start. I don't know what I'm not going to go back.
...falling from a window in St. Petersburg in February. 3 months earlier, tycoon Pavel Antov met a similar end, falling from a hotel window in India. So too did oligarch Ravil Maganov. In September 2022, he fell out the window of a Moscow hospital. Outspoken critic Dan Rappaport fell from the window of his apartment building.
Oh, they love the window thing. Why didn't they do the window thing with Prigozhin? I guess they wanted to be more spectacular, like I said, to make a big deal of it, to send a message. I truly believe he wants to send a message with Prigozhin. Why wouldn't he?
Washington, D.C. that August. All had publicly criticised the invasion. As news of the plane crash broke on Russian TV, Putin was pictured presenting medals to soldiers fighting in Ukraine. He hasn't won that war, but is one less would-be contender to worry about.
I don't know. You know, he hasn't exactly lost either. We're sort of sending billions, like hundreds of billions over just to be wasted on horrible stuff. Serpent said, he's a good guy. He's got a great channel. You should check him out. I've only just sort of recently discovered him. And La Huai 86, is it? He's at the China show. They have a good show. It's really great. These other guys had something else to say.
Now, Greenie, to Russia, we know that 2 months ago, the boss of a rebel group, the Wagner Group, led a failed coup against the capital city, against Putin. Now we're hearing reports overnight that he died in a plane crash. This is according to Russian state media. He was clearly killed off.
I wonder if it was
absolutely he was. And now was it shot out of the sky? Was a bomb placed on it? There's all sorts of conspiracy theories. But as soon as he began that march on Moscow and the Wagner Group were going to go all the way to the Kremlin, and they pulled out and they didn't make it there in the end, he was a dead man walking. That's just, well, justice is the wrong word, I suppose, but that's just the way of life in Putin's Kremlin. You take him on, you're eventually an absolute god.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He must have known he was going to get knocked over and been wary of those things. But the only thing I'm surprised about here was the public nature of it, like blowing up a plane. Yeah. The Russian way is normally a little bit, oh, gee, old mate, something weird happened over there.
Well, see, that's exactly my point. The public nature of it was the point. I think you've missed the point, buddy. That was the exact point. Obviously, you need to get rid of his adversary. But, I mean, that was the whole point of the style of this assassination. You know, that's just my opinion. But you do know me, I'm the little Aussie armchair pundit over here talking shit. What else have we got? I just want to cover one last little thing, because the debate, the GOP debate, was so boring. We know it was so boring, we all know that. But let's have a quick look at these little interesting tidbits from today. We had, this was just cute. The mugshots of Rudy Giuliani. We've got Sidney Powell, and is that Jenna Ellis there? Sorry, we'll go back to Judy. Rudy, sorry. Judy. Rudy Giuliani. Look at him. He looks really... He should have smiled like the others. See, Sydney's got a bit of a grin there. She's got a bit of a smirk going on. She knows it's all a bit of a... I love this one. I love that she smiled for this. I'm so happy she did now. Now, I'm praying that they release the mugshot of Donald Trump, which should be released like hours from now. In this same Fulton County jail, I guess it is, and that he's going to be processed there. So I hope he does this. That's just going to be, in my opinion, one of the most historic pictures of the century. What else? One last little thing. My most interesting, the only interesting part that I took from this entire debate was this.
President Trump has been indicted in 4 different states on 91 counts. He will be processed tomorrow in Georgia at the Fulton County Jail for charges relating to the 2020
Sorry to be quiet.
You all signed a pledge to support the eventual Republican nominee. If former President Trump is
now, I want you to pay attention to who raises their hands
convicted
and how long it takes to raise their hands. These people are just fucking slimy.
In a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
Look at Ron. He's like, yeah, all right. And this... These guys are slimy. They're all fucking slimy. Oh, I hate them. Anyway, that's all I had for now. I think I'm going to leave it here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.